Hello you beautiful creatures, how the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Loucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my Instagram account. I am not alone today. Yes, we have the light of my life, my pumpkin, my reason for living, or as we call him, Gareth.
Hi.
We are back in the bedroom. Yes, as you guys know, we recently went to Horrorcon UK and we absolutely loved it. I couldn't even call this video the good, the bad and the ugly because there was no ugly.
There was no ugly. So some of the masks.
Yeah, definitely. Like from a horror perspective, yeah, it was awful. Like there was so much gore. It was not safe for kids. But we saw quite a few kids there, which was really cute. I'm here for it. So what we're going to do, we are basically going to do a mini review video of the event, of the people who worked there, of the guests, of the vendors. We've also got a tiny haul. It's only tiny because we're poor at the moment. If you'd like to help with that, you can buy me a coffee or join my Patreon. Segue. Big segue. Yes, we would really appreciate the support. We know you guys love watching our reviews, watching us go to the conventions and this, that and the other. We will be going to For the Love of Horror as well. We're very excited about that, aren't we?
Yes.
Can you do a rundown of everybody we're going to meet, because I've drank since then?
Well, where do I start? First of all, Corey Taylor from Slipknot, James Duke Courtney, Nick Castle, Michael Myers, David Howard Thornton,
yeah,
Damien Leone,
yeah,
Heather Langenkamp,
yeah,
and many others.
Yeah. So if you do want to follow us for that journey, we're hopefully going to make it a 2-day thing. We're going to be meeting a few friends there. So we met a couple of friends, didn't we? Which was really exciting.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that in a little bit. So Horrorcon UK, what is it? Well, let me tell you. It is located at
Magna Science Centre in Rotherham.
Yes, it's inside of a old steel mill, and I said, which is really metal.
It is one hell of a pun.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. But yes, Horrorcon, it's a small convention. I don't think they've been going for that long, have they?
Oh, they've been going for a few years.
Take it back, they've been going for quite a while. You heard it here, folks.
They were the round before For the Love of Horror.
Oh, I see. Okay then. We'd never been before. We had never ever been. We were thinking about going a couple of years ago. I wanted to go a couple of years ago because Sid Haig was there, but unfortunately he's not with us anymore. Sad. But this lovely one got me a Sid Haig autograph, which was absolutely amazing. We are going to be doing a horror autograph collection very soon, aren't we? So you can always check it out then. But yes, Horrorcon, it's Sheffield, isn't it? Rotherham, that's the one. So it's Rotherham. We live kind of in the Staffordshire area. So
about an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it took us about an hour and a half. It wasn't too bad. It was really easy to find. Pretty straightforward, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The venue was lovely. The venue was really nice. It sounds like we're talking about a wedding.
I think they do weddings.
The wedding was great, my love. I cried. The venue was really nice. It fit really well with the convention theme.
Yeah.
So you went into... Actually, no. If you go and look at my Horrorcon UK vlog, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna help you. I'll put a link down in the description below for that. But yeah, it was in a steel mill. So basically, it was in one big room. It was in a very big room. The only kind of partition they had was a really big curtain, and over on the other side, that's where they did the guest talks, isn't it? So in the main hall you had where all your vendors were and then your guests were, and it was really well set out, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of room for the guests as well to have their own area dedicated to them.
Yeah.
Barriered off as well.
Yeah, and they had a bar as well, which was really nice. So if you did get thirsty, you could always like pop over there, get a few bevies as well. You know what I'm talking about. He never drinks. He never drinks. I'm the alcoholic in the relationship. They also had other rooms as well. So that's where you'd have your photo ops, isn't it?
Photo ops, other trade stands, the Clive Barker exhibit.
Yes, that was amazing. It was only in a small room, but seeing how many pictures he'd actually drawn was pretty sick, actually.
That's only a small portion as well.
Yeah, it was. And that was also connected to other rooms which had more vendors in it, so it was very spread out. It didn't feel claustrophobic at any point.
Only at the start of the day when everyone was piling in.
Yeah, we found that, so we got in for 11 o'clock, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was phenomenal. We joined the queue at about 10:30. And
No, even less than that. It was about 10 to 11.
So we joined at 10 to 11.
About 10
That's
to 11,
even
yeah.
better. So we joined the queue at 10 to 11 after I put my contact lenses in, and he got really angry at me. It's the style, my loves. I've got to stay consistent. So we got in the queue at 10 to 11, and then we got in for 11 o'clock. Like, that was amazing. So they walked down the queue, they scanned the tickets, we got our wristbands on. The communication was phenomenal. Now, we've been to quite a few conventions, and
bigger conventions.
This is where we're going to get a little bit. So, yeah, we've been to London Film and Comic Con, we've been to Telford Comic Con, and this is where the gripe comes from. So, we were in a queue for an hour and a half, weren't we? More than that,
yeah,
in the morning, and we got early bird entry, but it didn't feel like that at all. It was very poorly managed. Nobody was communicating with anybody, and it was
same
awful.
for the event as a whole.
Yes.
For that one.
Yeah.
Because when, for example, we went to meet Bruce Campbell, we came in and we said we could queue up for him. Even though I looked at the schedule and but he's got a photo op in half an hour. So how's he going to sign autographs in that time? Then we all got told to leave the queue, and we're given all these tickets to return, even though they shouldn't have actually given us those. So there's no communication. And
it was the same with my photo op, to be fair, like I was saying to you. So we actually got into the photo op. It was a massive hall, and there wasn't... So it was almost like it was set in a grid. So you had your VIPs over on that side, and then you had your standard entries in different rows. And it just seemed like all the VIPs were constantly filing in, and nobody was like integrating the standard ticket holders as well. So I was in there for a solid hour or so, and I shouldn't have been. It was awful, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good con, it was good, but this one was exceptional.
I think it also helps that with this one you can tell it's run by fans.
Yes. So we're gonna move on to the staff now, and the staff were absolutely phenomenal.
All volunteers.
We met a couple of them, we spoke to a couple of them. One was dressed up as a Droog from Clockwork Orange, and my favourite, Kathy Bates. I love that woman. We started chatting now. She's been absolutely amazing. She actually took a photo of us.
But they're married.
Yes, they are married. They actually got married at For the Love of Horror
last year,
and Tim Capello was there.
You'll be able to, if you look at For the Love of Horror 2021, you'll see there's a wedding and it's them.
He officiated the wedding. I love that. That's so beautiful. They were absolutely wonderful. Everybody kind of knew what was going on. Everybody knew where everything was, what the times were, where the guests were going to be, when the talks were going to be, the photo ops. I couldn't have asked for a better organised convention. And that's big. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, but Lou, Gareth, it's such a small convention, so they don't have as much to deal with. And I can understand that. However, it was still pretty damn big. And there was a lot going on. It was really busy. It was
very busy.
Yeah. And they managed the queues so well. They managed the masses so well. So
we had our little meet and greet with Nicholas Vince, and we looked over when we started queuing up for Nicholas Vince. Malcolm McDowell's queue was all the way towards the end. Yet when we finished meeting Nicholas Vince, we looked and it was gone.
Yeah,
practically gone.
It was phenomenal, and they kept a tight schedule on it. And when we were meeting Nicholas Vince, actually, our good friend Kathy Bates, she actually took pictures for us, which was really nice. I will pop them down here somewhere. She took magic editing. I do the editing as well, as you could probably tell from some of the shoddy editing.
It's not that shoddy.
Oh, thanks, baby.
It's my camera work is.
No, he's a photographer. He's very good. He's also a wrestler. You should check out his stuff.
I have merchandise.
He does have merchandise. We have merchandise. Go and check that out. Segue. This is so chaotic. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, they were really, really good. They were phenomenal, and they were friendly as well. Like, it's not difficult being friendly to somebody, you know, even if it's just to say, oh, you know, how's everything going? Are you okay? Do you need help with anything?
Are you in this line, or are you going in this line?
We didn't get any of that at, like, Telford Comic Con.
No, Telford is like, you're going to have to come back, or you're going to do this, you're going to have to do this, whereas these guys, again, you can tell they're fans.
Yeah.
They want to help you. They want to be there to make your day better.
Yeah, and even if there were issues, they rectified them, which was really nice. A lot of people did actually have gripes with how long some of the queues were. Now, let me tell you, and this is another segue into the guests they had. So they had, how many did they have? 1, 2,
6 or 7.
6 or 7. So they had 6 or 7 guests. Now, a lot of these guests loved talking to the fans, and you could tell, and because they love talking to the fans, it means that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. However, I'm going to lay some facts out for you now. I'm going to lay some home truths down for you now. They make sure you have a good time. They make sure that they listen to you and you have that special experience. Like, the people who run it even said, the way they work the queue lines, it's so everybody gets at least a minute with that guest, and you don't get that anywhere else. So, my gripe, don't get annoyed if the queue line is a little bit longer than you expected it to be, just because you are going to get that full experience with the guest.
No matter what convention you go to.
Yeah.
No matter what. It's like, I went to for the Love of Wrestling by myself, and I heard stories of the day before. Some guests wouldn't even look up at the people who have gone to see them. They'll just look down, sign their autograph, pass it back.
You know,
and they're paid thousands by the hour.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we went to see Malcolm McDowell, didn't we? And part of me was terrified because obviously, like Clockwork Orange, unfortunately, I have a history, and you know the scene I'm talking about, the Singing in the Rain scene. I can't watch it, and it really genuinely scares me, and so I was quite intimidated to see him. But he was a gentleman, and he answered all of our questions. He was so lovely. He was so nice. Same with Craig Sheriff, who he was Boone in Nightbreed, and he was very, very nice.
Almost mispronounced your name though.
He did, it's true. So obviously, like, people call me Lou. Americans can't seem to quite clock on that I'm called Lou. They can't grasp the concept. So he was like, is it Lau? And I was like, no, sweetie, it's Lou. Just think of toilet. And he lost it. He was laughing so hard, and I was just like, okay, cool, that's where we're gonna go with this meet and greet. That's fine. All right, meet and greet. I'm not at work. Oh my god.
Technically, it is a meet and greet.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
Technically,
I work with costume characters sometimes, so that's why I'm like that. But yeah, he was absolutely wonderful. Who else did we meet? Nicholas Vince.
Hands down.
He was the best. He was absolutely the best. And if you don't know who that is, he is the Chatterer from the Hellraiser series. I believe he did the Chatterer for all of the movies.
Chatterer was only in the first 2, wasn't it?
Well, you say that because he does turn up in later ones. However, so he's definitely in the first and second movie. He's going to do a little bit of
Keep going.
Information finding. Yes, he's going to do a little bit of information finding. But yes, Nicholas Vince was absolutely wonderful. He was such a gentleman. He was so nice. We actually told him that, you know, we're from the scare acting background. Like, this is my 10th year doing it. You've been doing it for years as well, haven't you? Probably 10 or 11 years.
He's only in the first 2.
So he is only in the first 2. Yeah, probably 10 years, the same as me, because we got into it at roughly the same time. Anyway, we were telling him about that and like how interesting it was. So we get, you know, in the full makeup, in the full garb. Obviously he did as well for the Chatterer. So I was like, how did that feel, putting all of that on and practically doing nothing?
His story, he told us.
Yeah. He wasn't he at the
They did a makeup test, a live makeup test in front of people, and he was already done up, and he was stood really just stood really still like a statue. Everyone thought he was a statue. And then he reached out and tapped a 9-year-old girl on the shoulder who was traumatised, but the mum absolutely loved it.
So this is why we go to horror conventions, because we've got like-minded people there. But the takeaway from it is they were absolutely wonderful. They didn't have to spend how long they did with us, but they did, and they were all absolutely wonderful. Nick Frost as well, he went as well. Obviously we've met him before, so we didn't really want to take up somebody else's spot, but he spent time with all of the fans. He was wonderful with them. Once again, he's one of my idols. I love him to bits. But just seeing how much they enjoyed themselves and how much they enjoyed the fan interactions, and with the kids as well, they were really good with the kids. You obviously met
Charles Cyphers and Nancy Loomis
from Halloween, the first Halloween, and then Halloween 2018.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills 2018, where he reprises his role as the sheriff, which was really, really cool. And you had good chats with them, didn't you?
Yeah, Charles Cyphers is a great person to talk to. Yeah, it's such a good story from Halloween Kills about how when he got. Well, I basically asked him what it was like to get the call to reprise his role, and he was like, well, I got a lot of money.
He was lovely, he really was. So we had a grand time with the guests, and again it was done so well. So what they did was they had a sign in front of the queue line, and it would basically say who the guest was, what times they'd be going to do their photo shoot, what times they'd be doing their talks, if they'd be returning from a break as well. And we've never seen that before at a convention. No, never.
Like, for the love of wrestling, I had to walk down the queue to have a look at the price board to then walk all the way back.
Yeah.
If they had it like they did for this one at the front of the queue, no problems.
Yeah.
Because then you can see, oh, I've got this amount of money, that's that much, I can go do this one.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was speaking to one of the staff members, I'm prone to having panic attacks because unfortunately I have horrendous anxiety, awful depression, and this is the first convention I've ever been to where I didn't have a panic attack. Ever, and that's unheard of. It really is. So it just goes to show how chill, how nice, how lovely this convention was. We've literally got nothing bad to say about Horrorcon, and if you were looking to find bad things for me to say in this video, then you're not going to. You know, I've got nothing but nothing but sparkling words to say about them. They were so nice, they were so lovely. The only thing I would say that was meh was the food.
But that was the venue.
That was the venue. So
nothing
it was
to do with the
nothing.
Convention.
Yeah, nothing to do with the convention at all. The problem was I had like makeup on as well, so I didn't want to ruin my makeup. But yeah, the food was subpar, but that was to do with the museum. So it is a museum that you can go to, which looks really, really cool. We might go to it one day. We'll see. But yeah, that was no issue on Horrorcon's side. But the vendors as well, there was lots and lots of cool vendors. A special shout out to Sid's Dolls. She was there as well. So if you don't know who Sid's Dolls are, she does a lot of horror dolls. She does a lot of commissions, and she was there, and she's added to her collection. And girl, you're doing really, really well. But we loved a lot of the vendors, didn't we?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of our financial situation at the moment, we couldn't really buy a lot. I'm so sorry about that. We did come and chat to a few of the vendors.
Plus we don't have space.
No, we don't at the moment. So we are hoping to get a house at some point, and then we can start adding to our horror collection. You particularly liked, is it Gorilla?
Gorilla masks.
Yes.
Rubber gorilla
Yes.
masks.
So Rubber Gorilla masks were there. Now, if you don't know who they are, Gareth, his promo pictures for his wrestling, he basically got a mask from them, and he actually showed them, didn't you?
They really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they really liked it. I will put a picture down here just for shiz and giggles, because I know you don't like seeing your face, but
no, but even though I can see it right
the
there on the
fans
screen.
need to see. They need to see. He's doing really well with his wrestling at the moment. You might be getting a title shot at some point.
Maybe, we'll see.
But yeah, the vendors were absolutely wonderful. If we did come and speak to you, hello again. We will definitely be buying from you next time, I promise. I'm so sorry that we couldn't this time. There were so many things that we wanted to get. Rock and Roll Suicide, so they're a patch shop. They also go to download as well, so I will be buying a lot from them then, but I am hoping to start a Horror Battle jacket soon, so I will be going to them for all of that. All of the vendors are basically in the video of the vlog we did. The video of the vlog we did of the experience. Right, okay, Lou, shut up now. You can see it in the previous video we did for Horrorcon, so that's what I'm trying to say. So you can see what the venue is like, all the vendors, what the volunteers were like, all that kind of shiz, and what the situation with the guests was like as well. Now, we have got a tiny hall. We've got a tiny hall. So do we want to start with the vendors, or do we want to
You start with the vendors because you were the only one who did that.
Okie dokie. So I mainly got stuff from the vendors because I have no sense of money apparently, but I went to Jade. Now Jade, she was absolutely wonderful, and I don't know if you can tell, I'll put a picture over here, but I have got some amazing earrings from her. These are Michael Myers earrings, and they're in the shape of a little knife. She does a lot of amazing stuff. So she does resin coffins, she does decorations, she does jewelry as well. She does all that amazing stuff. I will pop a link to her shop in the description below, but yeah, she was absolutely wonderful, very nice to talk to. And then, oh, I love this so much, I got a little Audrey too. Look at him. And this is from Blooming Horrors. Yes, Blooming Horrors. So this was £10, but he, in my personal opinion, was absolutely worth it. I love him to pieces. Here's my little Audrey too. As you guys know, I was in Little Shop of Horrors and I was the dentist. Yes, so again, I will pop a link down to their shop below. And then I got a few prints. So I got 2 prints. I can't really remember what the shop was called, but I will find out for you guys. So I got these 2 prints. Now this one is American Wealth in London, and this one is Scream. So this is Gareth and this is mine. These are our 2 favourite horror movies, but the prints are absolutely gorgeous. I love them to pieces. And we're going to pop them up in our new house, hopefully. Okie dokie. So next we have got our autographs. So this is Nicholas Vince. There we go. Oh no, the glare's awful. Right, I'm going to have to take it out. There we go. So this is the Chatterer, and as you can see, he put a little Chatterer down below, which was really, really cute. We love that. And then I got Craig Sheffer. There we go. So that's Aaron Boone. He's from Nightbreed. He's the lead character, and he was really lovely. He was the one who laughed at me being called toilet, basically. And then we have my prized possession. Oh, they all are. Malcolm McDowell. I'm going to have to try and get this out. And it says Vidiwell on it as well. There we go. But he was an absolute gentleman to me. He was really, really nice. Okie dokie, so next we have got Gareth's collection, just because he met a few people that were slightly different to me, but you also, with Nicholas Finch, you had a slightly different inscription, didn't you?
Well, no, same inscription, but slightly different image.
Yeah, and you got a red pen, because I got... Yeah, because it was slightly different, because obviously I got the black and white version, and then Gareth got the colour version.
I think this is the original picture, and then someone edited
that one. Yeah, it is. Well, the one I wanted, they were sold out, so...
He was very popular.
Go figure, he was very popular. And then next...
Especially for someone who was only announced last minute.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy, though. I can't be upset.
Then I've got quite a few in this book.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we are actually going to do a horror autograph collection later on, maybe in the next couple of weeks. We don't know. Probably have to download.
Then I met Nancy Loomis Keys, who played Annie in Halloween, the original.
You did.
she was lovely.
She was very nice to you, wasn't she?
Yeah, very nice. I had to get this picture because of Michael in the background. Yeah, I like that one.
You're a massive Halloween fan, aren't you? You like your slashers. I like I don't know, my favourite top 2 would have to be Evil Dead and American Werewolf in London, and then Nightbreed. So,
you like your supernatural?
Yeah, I do. I like more of my supernatural kind of stuff. But the way Halloween's going at the moment, it might delve into the supernatural side of it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
And then my last one was Charles Cyphers, who played Sheriff Brackett in the original Halloween, and then was asked to play the same character in Halloween Kills. He was in the hospital.
Yes, he was very nice, wasn't he?
He was great.
But yeah, honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better time. We absolutely adored it. We had a good day. Like, I'm working relentlessly at the moment, so it was a nice break for me. You know, I didn't feel too stressed, and it was nice and chill. It was one of the chillest conventions we've ever been to, and that's saying something. The
fact that we got all the guests done that we wanted to within an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, like, it is worth it going for a full day if you really want to go in depth with the vendors, with the talks. So we didn't do any of the talks, which we're probably going to do next time, but we'll see. This was just to get our bearings, because again, this is the first time we've ever been to Horrorcon. Like, we've popped our Horrorcon cherry now, so, you know, maybe we'll do the full weekend. We don't know. It just depends on the guests next year, but we honestly had the best time.
Yeah, I think it is quite a small convention. They don't have many guests.
No.
And to be fair with the venue, they don't need any more.
No, they don't. No.
6 or 7 maximum is fine.
I think my only worry is with these conventions, they start off small and then they get bigger and bigger, which is inevitable. You know, growth is always good. It's just seeing how they deal with that growth and whether it's going to impact how well they organise a convention, and, you know,
but if they stick to the guns, they should be fine.
Yeah, exactly. But we had the best time. Special shout out to Kathy Bates, Kerry, and your husband. You were absolutely amazing. Also, massive shout out to From the Shore, Tina and Baz. So they were the new friends we made. This is the bromance I never realised we needed. But we've been watching From the Shore for a very long time. We've been watching them since the pandemic. They kind of got us through it, and they're
very good at showing, giving you an idea of these conventions, because they're big horror buffs.
Yeah,
and they've done loads of conventions such as Horrorcon for the love of horror. So we've been watching them for hints and tips on what to expect.
They've been a massive inspiration, particularly for me, because what I like to do with my days out and conventions particularly is I like to show people what you can expect, mainly because from someone with anxiety, I like to know what I'm going into, and it's certainly helped me seeing a lot of videos where people have filmed it, what to expect, what not to expect, like the vibe and this, that and the other. I just hope that we can do that for you guys. Like, we're obsessed with horror. Like, this is one of the main directions the channel's going in, which I really, really love. And yeah, that's what I want to do with this channel. I basically want to help you guys out with, if you're thinking about going to a convention, what you can expect, how to prepare yourselves for it.
Save for download coming up.
Yeah,
because we haven't seen many videos about what we're going into.
Yeah, we're doing RIP this year, which is exciting. We're basically the Tories of download.
Probably not like that.
No, we're not. But yeah, we're going to do RIP, so that's exciting. But then we're going to do, our next big thing will be For the Love of Horror. We're going to Harry Potter Studios for my birthday, which is exciting. I ruined that surprise for me, don't ask. Still not over that. But yeah, we had an absolute blast. Yeah, special shout out to you guys, Kerry, her husband, From the Shore, Tina and Vaz. You guys were absolutely amazing. We can't wait to meet up with you guys again soon, hopefully before For the Love of Horror, but if not, you can see us guys kind of having a little powwow at some point. So we are aiming to go on the Saturday and the Sunday. On the Saturday, I'm going to be dressed up as a female version of Art the Clown. We'll see how well that goes, because I actually have a Harley Quinn hammer that I'm going to repurpose as a Art the Clown hammer instead.
And you are having a photo with Art the Clown.
Yes, I am.
In full makeup.
Yes.
And full character.
Yes, which I'm absolutely terrified about. But
because he's in Terrifier.
But yeah, we're going to have a good time with that. We had a great time with with Horrorcon. We're very interested to see what the comparisons are going to be.
Yeah.
Because we will be doing a review on For the Love of Horror, so I'm very curious whether we're going to have the same sparkling review for them as we do for Horrorcon or not. So again, that is going to be very interesting. So the next kind of horror-esque things we've got to look forward to, we are going to be doing some more horror movie reviews, probably after Download, just because we've got that to work towards. We're also going to be doing a horror autograph collection as well.
As requested by your Instagram followers.
As requested by my Instagram followers. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. If there's anything you'd like us to do specifically, that's absolutely fine. Please let me know. I would love to do a top 10 horror hotties, both male and female, because you know I'm thirsty, but that's just me.
Well, like that TikTok thing, Smash.
Smash, yes, yes.
Smash or not, Smash or no Smash.
Smash or no Smash, but then they had like Billy the Puppet and Pennywise, and it's just like, oh dear. But yeah, if there's anything you want us to do, please let us know. We're absolutely open to suggestions. If there's anywhere you want us to check out or vet, then please let us know, because we want to help you guys as much as you've helped us with this channel. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. We really, really appreciate it. If you do want to support us, I do have Patreon, I have Buy Me a Coffee, and we do have our own respective merch stores, Gareth with his wrestling and me with the channel. This is kind of, this area of the channel's kind of becoming our channel now, so that's really cute. But apart from that, I do a lot of stuff individually as well. But yeah, it's all exciting, isn't it? We got lots coming up, so I'm very excited. But yes, I hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.